Today I'm going to be speaking about the art of self-accountability. So what is self-accountability? Basically, self-accountability is being able to keep yourself disciplined, consistent, and on the right track. Being able to keep yourself accountable. Now, we've all had times where we've had other people keeping us accountable, right? Maybe you have a job and your boss is there, telling you to get back to work, telling you to do this task, telling you to do that, right? Keeping you accountable. Maybe your teachers in school telling you to do this, telling you to do that task, keeping you on track, keeping you accountable. Maybe your parents, maybe your friends, whatever it is. But that's just accountability in general. Today I'm going to be talking about self-accountability, the methods that I have personally used over the last 2 years to keep myself accountable, keep myself on track. Now, you may be asking, why is this important? Why is self-accountability even important? How is it going to help me? Well, over the last 2 years of my self-improvement journey, my fitness journey, my YouTube journey, my metaphysical journey, all these different things, self-accountability has been one of the most important factors. At the times where I've been able to keep myself on track and keep myself accountable on my own, have been the times where I've been the most productive, okay? Especially over the last 6 months, from late July 2024 to now, which is early January, I've been able to keep myself accountable for a majority of that time, and because of that, I've had the most productive and fulfilling 6 months of my entire life. So let's get into the 4 ways that I'm going to be sharing with you today that you can use to keep you self-accountable. The first thing is a habit tracker. Now, if you're into self-improvement, you've probably heard of a habit tracker. It's basically a sheet of paper which you draw out like a grid. You have the habits on the side, the date along the top, or whatever it is, and you basically just tick across whether you did the habits that day. So maybe it's, if you want to stay accountable for YouTube, maybe it's, did I post a video today? All right, tick across it, right? Maybe it's, did I go for a run today? Maybe it's, did I meditate? Maybe you have 5 different things. Maybe you have 10 different things, okay? Generally, habit trackers, people will have multiple things on there. I remember back in, I'm going to say August and September. No, July, August, and September, I had a habit tracker for I used a habit tracker for 90 days. And that kept me so much more accountable. That like 3x the amount of progress I was making, that 3x the amount of times I was actually doing these habits. I'd been trying to meditate daily, journal daily, stretch daily, create content daily for a while. And the time where I had the habit tracker kept me the most productive and most accountable. The reason it helps you so much is because you see it, and it is a reminder to yourself that you have to get this done. And if you don't, you're going to be seeing that. I didn't do this. It didn't get done. And it's going to keep you accountable. The next thing is friends or family, people around you. Now basically, this isn't one that I've used a lot, but I am starting to use this. And that is basically just using your friends or family to keep you accountable. Now, generally, I don't know why I put family there. Generally, it's using friends. So an example of this is I have a friend of mine who's also a YouTuber who I met through YouTube. And we do some, hop on some calls occasionally. I think we've hopped on like 4 or 5 calls over the last month or so. And he's kept me accountable. Not because he's, actually be like, all right, we're gonna stay accountable, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. But it's just talking to him about these topics we're talking about has then kept me accountable on them. And it's just finding ways to stay accountable through your friends or family. Maybe you have a friend and you tell them about what you're trying to do. Now, because you've told him you want to do this, you might feel more inclined, or you will feel more inclined to stick to that and actually do it, okay? Maybe you have a friend who's also, maybe you want to start going to the gym, you have another friend who wants to start going to the gym, and you keep each other accountable because you both want to do it, okay? It's collective willpower. Next, number 3 is YouTube/social media. Now, this is one that might not be working for everyone. This is one that personally works for me. Now, because I have a YouTube channel, because I've posted to social media, I've posted to TikTok, I've posted to Substack, which is a writing platform, and I post to YouTube, which is my main platform. I can use these platforms to keep me accountable. I can use these things to keep me on track, all right? Now, for instance, I've just started a daily vlog series, and the goal with that series is to document my journey. It's called Journey to Abundance. Basically, I'm documenting my journey and sharing the lessons I'm learning on my way to achieving my 2025 goals. Those main things are YouTube, fitness, business, creation, all those sorts of things. But it's keeping me accountable, all right? Today, at the time of filming this, is day 3 of that challenge, and it's keeping me accountable. The last 3 days have been pretty productive, pretty accountable things. Not just productive in the normal ways of, I made content and whatever, and I made content, I wrote some posts on Substack, but in the small things, right? The little habits I want to do that I might not have been doing every day. My morning pages, my workouts. I've worked out every day for the last 3 days. That's more consistent than I've been for a while, okay? I've used social media to keep myself accountable. And the last one is your environment. Set up your environment to keep you accountable. Now, this one I've got a bit of a story for. So, let me just put the notepad down, guys. So, I just moved across the country with my family. Well, my family and I, we moved across the country a couple of weeks ago. And when I was at our old house, I shared a room with my brother. The room was very small, and my environment wasn't really set up for me to be productive. So whenever I wanted to be productive, I got into the habit of just like going outside and sitting in front of a tree to record. And this is great, but it wasn't really, my environment wasn't set up for me to create content and be productive in this way. But now I've set my room up to be productive. I've set my room up to be creative. I've set my room up to be able to do these things and stay productive and get things done. That's everything for today. My name's Sam. I'm a 15-year-old aspiring entrepreneur / content creator. All my links and resources are in the channel description. Go check those out. Subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.